Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 17th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Wednesday out there so far. But it is a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather. Cut the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we've been taking a look at the storm system. Well, take a look at Tropical Storm Arthur and the upper Texas coast. Also take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Also take a look at the forecast hurricane model, spaghetti-o model that is. We'll take a look at that in tonight's video as well. Also the intensity guidance, your local forecast for Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Also your current watch and warning advisory map, severe weather for day 2 and 3, which is Thursday and Friday. And also take a look at Arthur's rainfall totals, and also probability for flash flooding as well. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alrighty, as you can see here, I'm gonna bring the satellite imagery down just a chrome here. As you can see here, you can see the system here off the southeast upper Texas coast. All the activities to the east. You can see deep convections over there in that area as well, moving into Louisiana. You can see Texas pretty quiet, but most of the moisture is offshore, but that will continue to spread to the north and east through Louisiana into Mississippi, Alabama, and then across portions of Georgia and into the Carolinas by Friday. So here's the satellite loop once again. I'll bring it down one more time, but you can see here is a close-up view of Arthur, but well, it's kind of a raggedy storm with winds only about 45 miles per hour. Alright, now here's a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. This was at 4 p.m. It was located near latitude 28.9 north, 96.1 west. Maximum sustained winds are 45 miles an hour with higher gusts moving into the north-northeast at 7 miles an hour. Classified as a tropical storm. Winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. You can see the tropical storm force winds offshore, just a little bit inland. And here's that tropical storm warning from the upper Texas coast all the way to the southern Louisiana coastal areas as well. Alright, here's the spaghetti-o model from the National Hurricane Center models here. You can see it right here, located here offshore, moves into Texas, through Louisiana, and most of them through northern Georgia, through South Carolina, and out into the coastal waters. Will not be surprised this system could strengthen as it moves across the Carolinas and back into the Atlantic coastal waters. Some of the model guidance have been hinting at that. Would not be surprised to see that could strengthen across. Instead of them weakening over the Carolinas, it could strengthen over the Carolinas and then eventually push on off to the east. Alright, here's the intensity guidance. You can see what I'm talking about here. You can see later on down the road, a couple models takes it back into category tropical storm status. You can see right now it's tropical storm condition, 40 knot winds equal to 45 miles an hour. Then all of them takes it down to the into the tropical depression status. But you can see a couple models takes it back into tropical storm status. That's why I'm kind of concerned that it could strengthen back over the Carolinas, and then as it exits North and South Carolina, move back over the Atlantic coastal waters, it could become a tropical storm as it continues to push on off to the east, northeast in the tropical Atlantic. So I'll keep an update on that and see what happens. Alright, let's roll on into your local forecast. Now we're going to take a look at your Thursday outlook, and it should roll out something like this here across the board. Okay, as you can see here, here is your Thursday forecast. You can see we've got severe weather from Kentucky to West Virginia, Virginia, D.C., Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, up to Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, and portion of New York State, portion of southern Maine. We've got thunderstorm showers from New Brunswick to Maine to New York State, Pennsylvania, Carolina, Florida, Florida Key, Atlantic coastal waters, northern Gulf, to Texas, to New Mexico, Arizona, all the way up to Kansas and Missouri. Scattered activity over in portion of Utah and California and Nevada. More activity up here across the Canadian-U.S. border, stretching into Montana, North Dakota, portions of South Dakota, Minnesota. Shower activity up here around northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Michigan regions as well. Otherwise, expect your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright. Let's continue rolling it into your Friday forecast. Now I should roll out something like this here across the board. And you can see the warm front, cold front, low pressure system, high pressure systems located across the forecast areas in your local areas. Okay. Shower activity from New Brunswick to Maine to portion of northern New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York State. Thunderstorms and showers appear around the southern Canadian border, U.S. border, stretching north and South Dakota through Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa to Illinois. Then again from Nebraska to New Mexico, Texas, all the way to Missouri to Louisiana to areas of Virginia, all the way down into the Carolinas, northern Gulf, Atlantic coastal water. Heavy rain, flash flooding over Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Florida panhandles as well. More thunderstorms and showers from Oregon to California to Nevada and Idaho region as well. Otherwise, expect your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, let's continue to roll forward with your current watches warning advisory map for your locations across the nation. And we got a very active map. You can see we got tropical storm warnings down across the Gulf of Mexico, stretching along the upper Texas coast, all the way to southern Louisiana coast. We got flood watches from Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, the Florida Panhandle. Got some flood warnings there as well. Coastal flood statements, also in Louisiana and Texas. We got excessive heat warnings, heat advisories over Texas, stretching into Oklahoma. Got some more heat advisories over here in the areas of Nevada. Then we got tornado watches and warnings up here in the areas of Illinois, Indiana, stretching into Missouri, southern Wisconsin. Flood watches also in effect for a portion of Michigan, northern Indiana, a portion of Ohio, and southern Indiana, also northern Kentucky and southwestern areas of Ohio, a couple counties in New York State. We have some air quality alerts up here in Maine, wind advisory stretching for portions of Vermont down in New York State, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. Special weather statements over here in North Carolina. In Kentucky, got more wind advisory in western Kentucky, southern Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and also portion of Arkansas, also into Iowa, Minnesota, North and South Dakota, Montana. Special weather statements in Oregon, Northern California, Nevada, stretching into areas of Utah. Red flag warnings over here for you guys in New Mexico to Colorado to Utah to Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, a couple counties in Washington, Oregon State, and Nevada region as well. Got some flood warnings over here in areas of Arizona, and also some air quality alert for you guys in Southern California for a couple counties there. Small craft advisory, gale warning, special marine warnings, also in the hazardous sea from Maine all the way down to the South Carolina coast, also into the Gulf of Mexico for the Big Bend area of Florida to the southeast Texas coast, northern California, Washington State, and pretty quiet across the Kauai Chain Island. Got some flood advisories there in Alaska. Okay, now some real weather perspective of the video starts off like this, and as you can see we have a slight risk from Portland, Maine to Burlington, Vermont to New York City to Virginia Beach, all the way back to Bowling Green, just northeast of Nashville. Then we got minor risk from Rochester to Jacksonville to New Orleans to Abilene to Oklahoma City. Elsewhere, general thunderstorms elsewhere across the board. Tornado probability rolls out like this: 2% down here across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and portions of Georgia, and up here in portions of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, southern Maine. Damaging winds, you can see 5 and 15% from Maine to Florida to Texas. That's the 5% in brown, 15 in the yellow. And large hail looks to be over Texas, Oklahoma, portion of Missouri, and southeastern Kansas. Okay, let's move on into day number 3. And as you can see, we have a marginal risk from northeast Texas to Shreveport, Louisiana to Savannah, Georgia. General thunderstorm elsewhere in the lighter green across the board. Alright, let's take a look at the probability. 5% from northeast Texas to Savannah, Georgia. Alright, here's a look at the flash flooding risk over the next 3 days. Marginal risk in the green from around Charlotte to Charleston, Savannah, all the way down toward the Florida Keys, Miami, Orlando, you're included. We have a moderate risk stretching from southeast Louisiana, stretching up to Jackson, Mississippi, Montgomery over to Alabama. And then we have a 15% risk, which is a slight risk from Fort Smith, Arkansas to Shreveport, Louisiana, Nashville to Augusta. As far as east is Columbia, South Carolina, Birmingham, you're included in that as well. And finally, we're going to wrap it up with the rainfall totals. As you can see, we have about 1 to 2 inches anywhere in the lighter green. We have 2 to 4 inches in the darker green from Georgia back to Louisiana, portions of Arkansas and Texas, and the 1 to 2 inches from South Carolina to Texas as well. You can see some of the yellow here. We have about 4 to 6 inches, and then we have about 6 to 8 inches across southern Alabama. So we can get anywhere from 10 to maybe 20 inches of rain in some areas, 2 to 4 in some areas. So it's going to depend on the track of the system and how much rain is the system going to produce across your local forecast area. So make sure if you're in a flood warning area or flood watch area, that is, when a flash flood warning or a flood warning be issued, seek higher ground immediately. If a tornado warning is issued for your location, seek shelter immediately in a tornado proof area. Do not outrun a tornado as well. So do not never do that either. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take care. Also enjoy the weather, because you know what weather you got.